Alright guys, I'm back with another video, and today we're going to actually take a look at Transformers Studio number 32, and this is going to be Optimus Prime, and this just says Optimus Prime, so I lead to believe it was from the first movie, because it just says Transformers, but really this one I feel like it's Revenge of the Fallen, so obviously because he does combine with Jetfire, so this guy I did pick up at Super V Toys, which link is in the description below. He's got all these in stock, the Rampage figure, all the new ones, so check him out. He does pre-orders, flat rate shipping, definitely a great source to get rare figures or harder to get figures if you really don't want to wait around for, the big box stores, so much easier. So yeah, we're gonna get this guy open, but first we'll look at him in package. You can kind of see, looks pretty darn good to me. Nice picture of Optimus on the side. The truck. Now, again, this is pretty much the same as the first Optimus Prime that we did get. I think it was 05 was the number. But yeah, I think he's pretty much the same. Couple little differences, obviously, his chest piece, things like that, which I will do kind of a quick comparison between the two. But let's get this guy open. And you can see, so the interesting thing is, so this is the highway scene with Bone Crusher, but more, I don't know, it's hard to, like, it doesn't really match up to me because obviously he combines with Jetfire, but whatever. It is what it is. It's awesome nonetheless. So we can pull that out. And let's see here. Oh, yeah. I really like the color a lot more in this one. Yeah, the color is much better, which like I said, I'll show you after, but oh yeah, the blaster is cool. I do wish this guy at least came with one sword, but he does, he can't obviously hold the other Optimus Prime swords, obviously, which is totally fine, but it would have been cool if he did come with his own, but yeah. Oh yeah, so the back is much better. Let's see, let me just set him off to the side for a second here. And we'll get this mess out of the way. All right, so let's take a quick peek at him. Actually, let me just pan down just a touch on this. I'm trying some different angles, seeing what works. Who knows? I need to paint this background a bit, but just don't have time. Yeah, so here he is. Oh, yeah. This is definitely a better look. I like the back. Yep. Yeah, I noticed one thing. So one thing that kind of stinks is this doesn't come over and cover this wheel, which I really thought that was a cool detail in the first figure. Let me grab him real quick, but let me just put this gun in his hand, this cannon in his hand. Let's see here. Oop. Should go right in. There we go. Yeah, so that's one cool detail. Let's see here. I got him right here. All right. So yeah, so here is the first one versus the new one. Color is way better. Chest piece is more movie accurate, especially this section here. Face is much better. It's the same face, it's just better paint. Again, the only thing that kind of stinks is I wish that these swords did come, at least one came with them, but again, you can just vice versa, just swap them out. But see what I mean about, you can kind of see it on the legs. You can see how that fender did come down, which I think is just a more complete look. But I do believe, I think that they left it like this for the transformation of the combined mode for Jetfire. You can see my Optimus is a little loose when it comes to standing straight. He certainly kind of falls down a little bit, so which is no big deal. This one seems to be nice and tight, which is good. So yeah, so I mean, in robot mode, very, very cool. I love the face. I'm definitely excited about this one, and especially because he's going to obviously combine with Jetfire, which is just awesome. So, and that was always, when the first Revenge of the Fallen figures came out, I had 3 Optimus Primes, 3 Jetfires, I had the Buster Prime, I had it all. So those have long gone now, but unfortunately, yeah, I mean, this is really exciting. So yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. I'm gonna put him into his truck mode, and I'll be back. All right, guys, I'm back, and I've got Optimus in his truck mode, and he's pretty much very, very similar to the original one. I actually don't have mine transformed, so can't really do a comparison, but as you can see, I mean, his flames are more true to movie. The colors, everything looks really good. I mean, it's a good figure. I mean, it takes a little bit of fiddling to, get everything lined up, but I feel like, even with a lot of these studio series, it's the same scenario. It takes a little bit of fiddling. I'm excited to get him into combine mode with Jetfire. That's really why I have this guy. He's, like I said, he's a good figure. I mean, the first one was a good figure. It's not perfect by any means, but it's definitely a great figure that you have to have. I wish the stacks were bigger. But, yeah, color is good. It's definitely no complaint on that. The cannon, his blaster is awesome. It's definitely movie accurate. One thing I'm surprised about is I'm surprised it didn't tab into the trailer hitch like all the other Optimus Prime seem to do. It just kind of hangs in there. So that would have been cool if it went back here, but not a big deal. So I guess basically it just kind of tabs on the side here, which looks kind of stupid, but again, mine is not going to be displayed in truck mode, so it doesn't really matter to me. But, yeah, I mean, it's definitely a cool figure. I mean, as far as scaling-wise with some of his buddies, I mean, let's get the cannon out of here, and we'll... So we've got Ratchet. We can do Jazz. Just kind of give you an idea size-wise. I mean, he's not 100% accurate to scale as what they should be. He should definitely be bigger than Ratchet. I mean, he was just a Hummer. H2s technically, so this should have been bigger, but it is what it is. But I mean, they all look cool together. Yeah, so definitely, again, worth picking up, if you can get them. If you if you go locally, fine, but like I said, I'll link below for Super V Toys, where I did pick him up. He is in stock, and definitely some great prices and figures that are harder to get. So one thing I noticed, I mean, the wheels in the front don't like to stay in when you try to straighten things out, but again, like I said, due to fiddling around, and then you probably get them 100%. But yeah, so like I said, pick them up. Definitely worth it, especially to combine with Jetfire. And I'll have a video coming up a few days on that soon. I haven't even opened my Jetfire yet. As you can see, still in package. So, yeah, so we'll get him opened. I'm going to mess around with him a little bit. It's going to take a bit, so that's more involved. But yeah, appreciate you guys watching. I'll be back with the next one. And definitely keep subscribing. I really appreciate it. Thanks, guys.